we're going to visualize the process of compiling nothing in C. But it's not really nothing. And understanding when nothing is something will help you become a better programmer. So let's take a look at what we have in the reading. We run this command wget, and we're going to obtain nothing.c from online. I'm going to Control C to copy. And we see here, if I press ls, we have nothing in that folder. But if I paste by pressing the right click on the mouse, I'm going to grab this file that's publicly available, that I've made publicly available, and it will download it to my server here. And if I press ls, we see that we have nothing.c. And if I say vim nothing.c, and in class we're going to go over a lot more detail about how to navigate vim and certain commands. But for the time being, what I'm going to do is I'm going to articulate what I'm doing on the keyboard so that way you can replicate it later. Vim nothing.c, and we see that we have void, main, void, and I have 2 slashes in front of this return 0 semicolon comment. It's in blue because I've turned this into a comment. It's not going to execute the code or anything that I have in that comment. And slash slash means just on that line. So what's happening is we have main, which is where we start any program. This void, which we're going to learn, is any input. So void means we have nothing coming into the program. And void here means that we're not sending any signals out once we're done. We're just going to finish the program. So we're going to start a program. We're taking nothing in. We see here we have a comment, so we don't have any code. We're not doing anything in the program, and then we're not sending any messages out. We're just going to start the program and immediately stop it. It's nothing, but it's actually something. And we say this because we have our braces. C is a brace procedure language, which means all the procedures are broken up with either semicolons or braces. Braces are the tasks that we're going to be learning about that are going to be put onto the instruction stack. Now, when I leave Vim, first I'm going to press escape and hold shift and press colon. Now notice how on the bottom left, it has a colon there and a green box. So I'm going to press Q and then exclamation point for quit. I quit. I'm out of Vim and we're back onto the main putty screen. Next, I'm going to type in clear. So it clears the screen, but notice how the previous commands are still there if I press the up button. And that's fine. It's just clearing it so that way it's easier for me to visualize what I'm doing. In this reading, I have 3 simple commands right here that I'm going to perform that are going to compile and run my nothing program. First, we have GCC. GCC is the compiler. So I'm going to type in GCC, and then I'm going to put in the name of the file, GCC nothing.c. This is the C programming language that I use in English terms, and then -O is what the compiler that's going to take things from English and turn it into something that's machine readable. That machine readable result is going to be in a file that we're going to call print nothing. And that's going to be our first compilation. And we see that nothing comes up. And as we go further on in the course, you're going to realize that's a good thing. We generally like that. And if I press ls, we're going to see this green file, print nothing. That is an executable. To execute it in this specific environment, we're going to do /, and I'm going to press P. Now watch what happens when I press tab. It fills in the rest for me. This will allow you to save some time. We're going to go over in class as we practice being able to learn these shortcuts in order to improve your time that you run on coding and executing. Now to do that, nothing appears to happen. That's good. Our program doesn't actually do anything. That's a good sign. Now, if I do ls-l, notice how my code says 34 here. That's the total number of bytes that my code uses. But in order to translate that into something that the computer can use, it's 8,312 bytes. That takes a lot of memory. So what we're going to do is we are going to delete these large memory elements before we submit them. We're going to do RMP, press tab again for print nothing, and then I do ls, and we see that it's gone.